Alright, patch 3.3.4, 5-star Inferno. Her S1 deals damage to one enemy based on attack and increases AP. Her ability 2 grants all allies crit rate up at the start of Mavis' turn. When teammates die or takes lethal damage, prevents them from dying and grants them Graveless. When teammates land a critical hit, Mavis gains 1 stack of Carnival Heat, triggers for a limited number of times per turn. Immune to standoff, so she cannot gain standoff, she cannot be revived, and upon her death, removes Graveless from teammates and grants them Soul Parade. So Graveless is undispellable, cannot take action, cannot be selected, take damage or be healed. So it's kind of like Tolan's Exile mechanic or Liao, something like that, but this one you cannot, you get speed reduction as well. You basically die but not fully dead. And then Carnival Heat is undispellable, will not be removed in subsequent rounds. So it's probably gonna be really good in the new knockout mode. Stackable within a limit. Each time it reaches a specific number of stacks, deals damage to all enemies based on her attack. The attack always lands a critical hit. Heals Mavis based on the number of Carnival Heat stacks on her. Upon reaching max stacks, amplifies damage up to a certain limit. Soul Parade, undispellable. You gain this Soul Parade when she dies or when she casts her S3, by the way. Increases crit damage and resist. Cannot take damage or be healed. If Mavis is alive when this effect expires, it turns into Graveless. Otherwise, all buffs on the carrier are cleared and the carrier takes true damage based on their current HP. So I think they basically die. If Mavis is not on the battlefield, it will not turn into Graveless. Your allies that has the Soul Parade buff, when it expires, I think it's gonna kill them, because it says right here takes damage based on their current HP. Maybe they will just die, or maybe they will be left at 1 HP or something like that. Deals damage to all enemies based on attack, inflicts Sear and speed down, grants Soul Parade to teammates with Graveless, increase their AP and removes their Graveless. Grants Holiday Rest to the rest of the teammates at the end of this ability, restores HP based on the number of Carnival Heat stacks on her up to a certain limit. Holiday Rest increases crit damage and the chance of taking critical hits. Removes this effect upon gaining Graveless. So she will make your allies die faster, because now you have a higher chance of getting critted on, but you also gain crit damage, right? Which is good, because you want your allies to die for them to gain this Soul Parade stacks, because it increases the crit damage and also cannot take damage or be healed. She's gonna be like a really strong unit to counter cleave, and it seems like she's gonna be an anti-cleave or anti-revive unit, so maybe counter Tether, because it doesn't say that you revive them. It just straight up says that you survive that attack, just like Hyde does. Hyde's passive still revives him, or rather he doesn't die, he just heals up whenever he takes the lethal damage, right? So her R2, Undertaker, which is her RS2. If at least 3 teammates have Graveless at the start of her turn, Undertaker's cooldown -1 turn. Okay. R4, when granting buffs, the Esper heals themselves for 3% of max HP. That's standard. R6, upon removing Graveless, dispels incapacitated from the target and resets the cooldown of the target's second ability. So it's not like completely broken by resetting the target's third ability or something, but this is going to be really good on Ggez, because Ggez, his nuke is on his second skill, it's not his third skill. So yeah, this is going to be really good on Ggez. But for the most part, this is just going to be like your mini nuker in your cleave team. But yeah, she seems really good. You need to kill her first, otherwise she's just gonna keep giving this Graveless stack to her allies. Like for example, right, when your allies die, they go into this Graveless form, and then when she casts her S3, she will give Soul Parade to the allies with the Graveless, and then when this Soul Parade ends, they go back to Graveless. Unless she is dead, then they will take like true damage based on their current HP. So yeah, she seems really good in my opinion. We're gonna have to take a look at her cooldowns and everything, but just from reading at her skills, she looks insane at countering cleave and stuff and such. Alright, so 5-star Wind Esper, ability 1. Deals damage to one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a chance of inflicting silence. Ability 2 attacks all enemies 3 times. Damage per hit is based on attack and also the target's max HP, and it cannot exceed a certain percentage of his attack. Each hit has a chance of inflicting buff block over 2 turns. Cool. Ability 3 attacks all enemies 3 times. Damage per hit is based on his attack and target's max HP, and it cannot exceed a certain percentage of his attack. Each hit has a chance of dispelling 1 buff from each enemy. Inflicts 1 swing for 2 turns. Won't work on bosses. When an enemy casts their passive, when an enemy casts their basic ability, Archibald gains 1 stack of Carnival Heat. So it's the same as the Mavis right here. She also has the Carnival Heat. Each stack of Carnival Heat on Archibald increases his damage by a specific percentage. Buffs on enemies with 1 swing can only last for up to 1 turn, so you cannot extend it. When ally Mavis takes ability damage, shares a percentage of her damage. If Mavis is an ally, Archibald's his crit rate increases and he gains AP upon landing a critical hit. Triggers once per turn. So 1 swing it's kind of like a silence, but instead you amplify the enemy's basic ability damage, and they can only use their basic ability. So it basically a silence, but it's also a buff to them. And at the end of the carrier's turn, deals true damage to all members on the carrier's team based on max HP. So he seems like a pretty insane HP scaling unit, because this 1 swing is AoE, and it also does max HP damage, and both of his skills does AoE damage based on max HP as well. His R2 reduces target's max HP upon landing a critical hit. Reduction is 50% of the damage, which is quite a lot. Carnival Sonata is his S3. Alright, that's very good. R4 is the first active ability cast in battle, deals plus 15% damage. R6 resets the cooldown for Carnival Sonata, so his S2 now resets the cooldown of his S3. That's very nice. Alright, Ana, I already read her skill. She is a counter unit, and she spams a lot of her S1. So her S1 is deals damage to enemy based on attack, ignores defense based on her speed, deals extra damage based on the target's current HP. After attacking, she gains AP for every buff that she has. So yeah, her S1 does a ton of stuff. It defense ignores, extra damage based on current HP, and also gains AP for every buff that she has. And this is very, very significant because her skill 2 and skill 3 empowers her skill 1, basically, because it just wants her to spam the S1 as much as possible. So ability 2, Ana charges and gains several stacks of Rainbow Shield, then deals damage to one enemy based on attack, ignores defense based on her speed, steals buffs from the enemy. After casting the ability, she has more than a certain number of Rainbow Shield stacks, instantly attacks with her with Heart Aflame, which is her S1. Gains several stacks of Rainbow Shield at the start of combat. Rainbow Shield is undispellable. When attack blocks the damage from the first hit, has a chance of counter-attacking with Heart Aflame. Yeah, she's gonna be spamming a lot of this S1, which is crazy because she has a shit ton of effects on her S1. And then her ability 3, Ana summons a Rainbow Great Sword, granting all allies crit damage up and immunity, bro. Then deals damage to one enemy based on attack. She is a single target DPS. Ignores defense based on her speed. Gains several stacks of Rainbow Shield. Passive gains Rainbow Seed at the start of combat. Gains 1 Rainbow Seed each time she consumes several stacks of Rainbow Shield. Rainbow Seed is when taking lethal damage, consumes 1 Rainbow Seed to prevent herself from dying, dispel all debuffs from herself, recover HP, and instantly gain a bonus turn. Depending on how many stacks that you need to use this Rainbow Shield to get this Rainbow Seed, she could be really powerful or really underwhelming. But yeah, if it's like really low of a stack for you to gain this Rainbow Shield, she could potentially just solo an entire team by herself if the enemy doesn't do enough damage to kill her. I think she's going to be really good for bosses. Sentinel Hunt, she probably is going to be good because single target DPS is really good, and she seems to be pretty insane based on her S1, doing gaining AP, defense ignore, and also deals extra damage based on the current HP. and all of her skills are single target as well. So, and also her skill 3 is also, you know, pretty crazy. Crit damage up and immunity is kind of insane. And then for her R2, while having Rainbow Shield, counter attacks with Heart of Flame S1. When teammate takes a hit, triggers once per turn. So this is kind of like Emma. When allies take a hit, she has a 30% chance to counter. But this one is guaranteed, I think, because it doesn't say a chance. It's guaranteed to counter attack, which is crazy. R4, when HP is below 60%, life steal is 15%. And then R6, while having Rainbow Bridge or Rainbow Seed, Ana grants all allies AP for every hit she takes. Triggers once per turn. So yeah, her R6 is just gonna be broken. You already know that. It's the same for every Shimmer and F5. May 4-star Inferno, she's a pursuit character. Deals damage to one enemy based on attack, restores HP based on damage. Deals damage deals damage to all enemies based on attack, gains attack up if the target is not afflicted with Voodoo Doll. When attacked, reduces Sky Totem's cooldown. Passive, when May takes a hit, if she has more debuffs than the attacker, she takes less damage. Sky Totem deals damage to all enemies based on attack, inflicts Voodoo Doll, gains crit rate up after casting this ability, performs a pursuit attack with replacing Graft, which is her S1, on enemies without Voodoo Doll. The pursuit attack ignores a certain percentage of target's defense. The carrier takes more damage from May, stackable with a limit. This is kind of weird because she already uses this to attack all enemies, and then it inflicts Voodoo Doll, and she will only pursuit attack on enemies without the Voodoo Doll. So it's only going to work against enemies with immunity buff. Without immunity buff, I don't think she's gonna be really that good because she's not gonna do the pursuit attack. I mean, pursuit characters have been really good so far with Adrena and also Emma. Emma is also pretty good. And then her R2 is when HP is 100%, crit rate plus 25. R4, elemental advantage, damage plus 12. And R6 is gains a bonus turn after casting Sky Totem. Alright, so for the Esper growth system, it doesn't say anywhere that it's going to boost your stats at all. So it's mainly just like data where you can see where you've used that Esper and how many times you've used in specific contents. It's also going to give you some records for completing some of the tasks. But yeah, it doesn't really seem all that crazy. It's a nice addition, but it's yeah, it's cool. Swift Space is just whatever, I guess. I don't even know. This is like a social media thing where you can get to know your Espers. Cool, I guess. And then Knockout is being revised. It is now a 21 days instead of 14, and the sign up is now not just at the start. You can actually sign up during the competition. It now has like different tiers or divisions. This one I'm not too sure what it's trying to say. The competition features one round of matches every 12 hours with a maximum of 50 matches per round. Yeah, I don't really know what this is about. Alright, so reaching silver, gold and diamond in each season will unlock tier rewards that include shimmer records, legendary abilimon, reset stones and more. Tier rewards are refreshed every season. Very nice. So you can get shimmers, legends and reset stones every 21 days. That's very good. Previously we only got legendary abilimons for ranking above, I think it was 10%. Yeah, I think somewhere there. And Nexus crystals. Now we're also gonna get shimmer records. That's very nice because it's also very good. Once they reach a higher tier, their score will not fall below the minimum score requirement for that tier. Okay, so there's gonna be field support. Each season has a field support effect which only takes effect in the gold and diamond tiers. This is probably gonna favor like the new units. Let's say if they release a new unit that is Inferno, then the rule will probably be like Inferno fighter gets like 10% attack related stat attack boost or something like that. It's probably gonna be like that just to sell the new unit more. This field support maybe could cycle the meta a little bit. Maybe if Inferno gets like a higher stat boost, then you won't be using Wind Espers as much or something like that, you know. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, I have no comment on it. Okay, limited time echo event for Mavis, Archibald and Tang Xuan. Let's see. Okay, there's something new about this one. I have 3 patch notes open up, and the reason is because of this. Take a look at this, right? During the event, the chance of summoning Mavis, Archibald, and Tang Xuan from Echo Spins is increased. It specifically says increase from Echo Spins. Take a look at previous patch. The event offers a special chance to summon Farah, Abzu, Tiam, Intisar, and Ggez from Echo Spins. It doesn't say increase, it doesn't say anything. It just says offers a special chance. 3.3.1. The event offers a special chance of summoning blah 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 from Echo Spins. Doesn't say increase. So I don't know if they're going back to gold record rate up. I think they did this because they know that everyone blew through all of their gold records because of the Divinity system, just to get a heads up on the Divinity system. But now I guess this one is a rated up banner. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it could just be a typo or something, but I mean, it specifically says increase though. I don't know. Okay, so the rated up for Shimmer is going to be Anna. So I guess Trend Pin might be next update or next update. Okay, point war improvements. Now each season will last for 3 weeks. They're gonna add tiers 17 to 24 and also master tier. Yeah, they change the price of point war admission certificate times 10 to 300 diamonds. What game are we playing? Lilith, I don't even know. Do they mean like Nexus crystals or something? Because this doesn't make sense. Change the price of point war admission certificate times 10. Right now times 5 is 60. So times 10 now is 300 Nexus crystals. Why is it so expensive? Times 10 for 300 diamonds, okay. Or Nexus crystals, I don't know. This might be a new currency, to be honest. I don't know. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, they also changed the M-Pass. If you're paid player, then yeah, take a look at this one. But yeah, that's about it. The new 5-star support looks insane. Basically makes your entire team like a Jiang Jiuli buff. And then this one looks like a really massive AoE DPS, max HP scaling as well. And Anna looks insane for bossing contents because of the amount of counter attacks that she does and the single target DPS that she does. Yeah, that's about it. Ciao.